Do you struggle with the dreaded chicken wing? Arms collapsing coming through the golf ball, hitting top shots, and having no consistency? Hi everybody, Darren Falk here at Break 90 Golf, and today we're going to look at a student I had recently who was struggling with the same issue. And surprisingly enough, the answer is not in what you do with your arms, but actually what you do with your body. So stick around and let's get to it. So backswing, A+. Only thing that we saw a little bit is that head wants to move a little bit this way, okay? So just make sure that we're turning just that little bit more to so the head stays centered rather than moving forward. The downswing continues to be the nemesis for you, all right? Your wrists are better going back, you're loading those better, and they're better coming through, right? But what's happening to you in your downswing is that that head just likes to move forward, which is where we're chopping and hitting down on that golf ball too much. So your follow through and your finish are looking sort of this way. So the first drill I want you to do is to take your golf club, put it right up against your body here, probably just in front of your, up above your belly button, and then just hold it so your arms are straight out. Angle over like you're gonna hit a golf ball, and then what you're gonna feel from here, no backswing. All you're gonna think about is going from here, a little bit of weight more on the front foot like we are at impact, and then from there, you're just gonna push this club up to the tree line. So notice when I do that, my head has to be where? Has to stay a little bit more centered. If your head were to move forward, it's gonna be really hard for this club to go up with it, because what's that mean? Your spine is what? Tilted, angled towards the target, right? So that would be the first drill for you. And I would just do this a couple times right in between hitting golf shots. Here's the weight forward, and there's the follow through. My hips have pushed forward, and then from there, I go to put my hands on, there's my follow through. Now, what that's gonna do for you, a couple things. One, obviously it's gonna help take away the steep down and across, but also what it does too is it gets rid of the club from going over the top and down across. All right, so that would be the first drill. Club against the body, weight forward, and just feeling that extension. My legs are straightening, my body's pushing up and forward, right? That's the chest to the sky. And then as I do that, notice how my head just stays in place, right? So that'd be the first one. Second drill we're gonna do for you, we might have done this one before, I can't remember, but we're gonna make a super, super short backswing. We're gonna take it back as short as we can and keeping it as low to the ground as we can. So from right here, we're gonna then go ahead and basically feel like we're gonna try to hit this ball as far as we can. So where am I gonna have to generate my power and my speed from with a backswing from here? I really can't do it with my arms and my hands. It's gonna have to start coming from my body, that extending. So here's my setup, and literally this is what we're doing in the golf swing. Our legs are straightening, the hips push up, chest feels like it's pushing backwards, and the head feels like it's going backwards, but it's actually really more in the fact that look at how far my hips are pushing forward. That's the feel, right? The analogy I like to use is the bride throwing the bouquet, but everyone's back behind the road. She can't throw it very far just flicking her wrist. She's gonna have to bend down. There's my forward bend, my setup, and then what's she gonna look like on the finish? Her whole body's extending, because that's gonna allow her arms to move faster, right? And throw the bouquet farther. So not only do we get more speed out of it, that's a nice added benefit, but for you, it's also gonna be more about getting proper contact, right? So it's gonna look like this right here. So very, very short backswing. We're gonna put all of our weight forward, because we're gonna be at impact, because we don't have any time to move, to shift the weight. So hips forward, head in place, super short backswing, and then basically trying to hit this ball as far as we can, all right? So here we are. So that's gonna be our follow through. Yep. Hips are up from forward, right? Head's back, okay? Yep. Let's do it. Very good. Yep. I'm gonna do even shorter with the backswing.
Okay.
Good. So let's get the, what club you got?
7?
7? Yeah, it works. Let's go 9 actually. Something a little bit more loft to it.
Yep.
You're welcome. Good. So weight really forward. Even more. Hands forward. Good. And you're going to take it back to right here. Good.
Okay.
Yep. Perfect. That was different. That was different there, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes. See that again. Super good. Weight more forward, hands more forward. Super short backswing. Go ahead. Love it. Yep.
Not as much.
Agreed. Yep, not as much up.
Yep.
And that right foot's gonna get pulled up off the ground. So you're gonna literally feel like you're just standing straight up basically. Because the weight's already forward. Good. Good. Stand up. Excellent. Yep. Love it. Much, much better, right? And again, we've worked on the wrist on the downswing, keeping that angle a little bit more, right? So you've done a really good job there. But what we still saw is that tendency here. So we've got the backswing, very, very short. And then the feeling is, and what we see is that the butt end of that club starts rising coming through the golf ball. So we're having that up feeling, okay? So for you, what I'd want you to just basically make this simple. I don't love this for most people, but for you, because your tendency is for the head to move forward on the backswing and then moves even more forward on the downswing. So what I want you to feel is as you push your hips forward, what's that doing to your head? Moving it behind. Okay, now what most people do is they'll stay 50-50, then they'll move their head back. And we don't want that because that's gonna get the bottom of the swing back here. But when the hip moves forward, the weight moves forward, I've got this kind of reverse K in my setup. Now what I want for you to make it simple is you're just gonna feel that here's my spine here. I'm turning back, turning through, and you're gonna feel like you're just maintaining that the whole way, right? So here's your setup, here's the backswing, and there's the follow through. So you're basically just setting up, here's my spine, and I'm literally just turning back and through around that. Now, is that actually what's happening in the swing? No, but your tendency is to go a little too much this way. So as long as we can blend a little bit of what we need here with this, then it's gonna keep your head nice and centered. So for you, again, setup is gonna be the biggest thing. Just making sure it's with the weight forward enough and whatever you're comfortable with. You can put all your weight on your front foot if you say, hey, you know what, this is easier because now all I have to do is turn back and extend going through. Great. Rather than having to worry about shifting the weight, because when you start shifting the weight, what's happening? You shift the head a little bit too. So my weight's already forward. I've already got the weight forward. My head's behind the golf ball. And now I'm going to basically just swing back and through, keeping my head behind. And I'm just gonna make sure I'm doing that extending piece, getting the butt end of the club up to keep that club from crashing into the ground. So here's the setup. All right, and that's your feel, just to keep it very, very simple. Okay?
All right, Mary. So we got the before on the left, and we've got the after on the right. So we're just going to go from the top of the swing and work our way down. So what you see on the left is we monitor how the head moves and the spine coming into the golf ball. So as you start to come down, right, we see that head driving forward, right? And that's getting us steep, and therefore we have to start seeing the arms bending. Whereas on the after, as you start to come down, the hips move first, the weight moves forward. That helps keep your head in place. So as we look at this viewpoint here, right, you can already start seeing how that club's coming down too steep. And then also the arms are going to have to start bending. As we look at the spine angle, we can see the difference there. So now coming into the golf ball, okay, we see how the spine is pretty much just vertical at that point. Whereas on this one, because the hips have moved forward, that's tilting your spine away from the target. Okay, you can see how the shoulders are more closed, right? And that's going to allow coming through the golf ball. Here we see the club stay down. We have to start pulling the arms in to avoid the club crashing into the ground. Where this one here, because the body and the spine are extending through the ball, notice how the club, butt end of the club starts to rise coming through the golf ball, almost like it's just tied right into your body. Okay, and then as a result, look at how straight the arms are, right? So look at the difference with the arms, right, between those two. So because the body is extending, your legs are straightening, your spine is extending and then tilting away from the target, that's what allows your arms to stay straighter coming through the golf ball. Excellent work.
Thank you everybody for watching the video. I hope you found it helpful. If you have not done so already, please be sure to subscribe to this channel and also like the video. Subscribing is completely free, does not cost you anything, helps me out and allows me to continue to put out content for you all. If you would like to work with me, you may do so in person at Holly Ridge Golf Club on Cape Cod, or we can do so online via the Skillest app. You'll see descriptions for both of those below. If you would like to see anything in future videos, please make sure to mention it in the comments below. As always, I appreciate you joining me and look forward to seeing you again next time.